Today is being observed as Memorial Day in the United States. Local observances held today underscore the connection between the Bahamas and the U.S. amidst evolving national security concerns and lasting memories of the men and women who gave their lives. It's chiefly an American observance, but this Memorial Day marked the shared grief of neighbors who lost sons and daughters in defense of country. And it's personal for then anxious 8 months pregnant Gloria Wilds, whose husband, Captain John Hall of the Patrol Squadron 23, died in a patrol exercise on Bahamian soil nearly 60 years ago, as Navy Senior Defense Official Commander Samuel Wartell recalled.
At 3:34 a.m., all communications with MA-5 were lost. Communications with MA-5 were never reestablished, and it was at this site, some 3 3/4 miles from the west end of runway 27 at Windsor Field, that the wreckage of MA-5 was discovered. On September 4th, 1954, the monument you see before you was erected in honor of the MA-5 crew members.
Now that the monument remembering Holt and crew is newly refurbished, Wilds is more at ease as she shares memories of the father her daughter Hope has only heard stories about.
When I got that telegram that everyone does dread, what are you going to do? And I says, I have my faith and I have hope for a great future. And sure enough, I have hope. And my faith has carried me on. And once I see my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, and they know what's here, I've been coming to the Bahamas for 59 years, and we're going to all keep coming, and we thank the people of the Bahamas for their many kindnesses to us over the years. May God bless all our servicemen.
9 years ago, the family of Bahamian Private Norman Darling got the dreaded call that he'd been killed in combat. His service in the U.S. Army was an example of the U.S.-Bahamas connection that Governor General His Excellency Sir Arthur Foulkes highlighted today.
It was during the struggle against the Nazis and fascists in the last century that the Bahamas, though still a colony, gladly served as a base and training ground for America and Great Britain. So we come again today to pay tribute to those brave young people who died far away from home in the service of their country. And we remember also the many others who gave their service and their lives.
Well, still to come in the Bahamas tonight.
Find out how our top golfers performed at the LPGA Tour Stop right here in Nassau.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Opal Roach. Light at the end of the tunnel is how the former City Markets owners are describing the recent news that the company's final lease holding agreements have been sold. According to Trans Island Traders President Mark Finlayson, the sale for the 3 remaining stores under the City Market name has been completed in principle with SuperValue. It's likely these stores will reopen under Quality Markets brand, with the remaining lease holdings sold for a reported $3.5 million. After expenses, the estimated leftover for the former employees to share may be some $2 million, a figure that is lower than expected. Well, when the House of Assembly meets this Wednesday, the Prime Minister is expected to deliver the budget communique. While government has remained tight-lipped about what significant changes will be in the upcoming fiscal plan, experts are already expressing their views on the country's continuing debt and, in particular, our debt-to-GDP ratio. At present, the country's debt to GDP, or how much money we owe versus how much we take in, is in the mid-60 percentile. Further, government borrowing, which is very likely needed to fund the upcoming budget, may push that figure higher. Moody's is suggesting a debt to GDP of 70%, but noted that increased productivity, reduced wastage, and new developments coming on stream could reverse that trend. And finally, a slew of issues with cruise ships recently. The cruise industry has adopted its own passenger Bill of Rights. The industry's governing body, Cruise Lines International Association, or CLIA, provided its members with the Bill of Rights for immediate adoption. Passengers will now be guaranteed in writing a commitment for comfort, safety, and care during mishaps. The Bill of Rights is seen as a preemptive move following a number of class action lawsuits filed following incidents that saw a number of major ships capsize, incapacitated, or stranded at sea. And that was your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Opal Roach.